What's poppin' people, it's your boy Shaq, aka Black Goku, and today we're here with another very unique video. So what we're doing today is we're reacting to more ReZero hate, slander, and toxicity. No, but actually, I found out real quick, not gonna spoil like the last video if you haven't watched it. This is the part 2 to the part 1, but yeah, so people have a lot of varying opinions about ReZero, and I'm just here to look at some of these videos and put my own little 2 cents in on it. Now, without further ado, we're here with Out Acou Co. This is his ReZero's art style problem. Wait, I thought this was like a hate video. Wait, no, let me go back. Hold on. ReZero's biggest but smallest problem. By the way, definitely check out this guy. Like I've only watched one of his videos so far. Wait, can we determine ReZero's technological? Okay, 10K. All right, bro, pop off. No, like okay, so like I've only seen this video, and I'm going back to watch this one. So that being said, minor spoilers for Arc 5. Oh wait, you guys can't see it. Hold on. I didn't have anything up. Okay, well that's actually like better because you didn't get to see all of like content. But this is Kauko. He makes content for like I mean like anime, it seems. Anime, some games, but yeah, either way, we're jumping into this, and of course my boys, you see when I do this, it means spoilers until I change it to this. So right now it's this. Minor spoilers for Arc 5. I don't know how deep he's gonna go into this, so like if you guys are not caught up with season 3, this means that you're going to be getting spoiled for some shit potentially just gonna be happening soon. And if you guys enjoy the content, if you guys want to see more of me making ReZero videos and or just, you know, yapping about like this fucking peak fiction, leave a like, comment, subscribe, give me all that fucking shit, let me know. Also, I don't know when this specific video, this part 2, is going to be going up, but just know that by the end of this week, if the votes for the if stories are, you know, at gluttony over greed, I'm reading greed, you know, not on display, but just keep voting. You know, I know not everyone has voted. I know all the people who like the ReZero shit hasn't voted yet, but if you guys want to see me read the if stories in a live stream format, or if you guys want to see me just like record it, like voice act it, whatever, upload it, let me know in the comments of this video and the last video. Don't forget to comment and like that community post where I did the poll for what is the next if story that I'm going to read, or the first one. And without being too wordy, let's go back into this.
I'm just gonna tell you this. This is not gonna be one of my normal videos.
All right,
but today I'm gonna share a topic with you that makes me a little upset.
Is that the Joker or is that the Fool?
In viewing discussions about it. That being a certain minority of ReZero's character designs, as well as an overall problem with the light novel art style. I'll start with a preface.
Okay.
Kape Nagase describes his characters in a very pragmatic manner.
So we already know that like I tend to stop over, you know, like I'd say at least 5 to 6 times like a minute. So I'm not gonna try and let that happen this video. I'm gonna like actually get this to be under 50 minutes. That's the goal, especially considering it's like this first video is only like 3.5 minutes. Anyway, so yeah, one thing that I know that people talk shit about when it comes to the art style or design for ReZero's light novel is sometimes people complain about how like the feet are very like tiny and narrow, and maybe some of like the proportions in not okay. You know what? I'm just gonna say like the feet part because I don't want to be ahead of myself. But let's go.
Upon their
I am neutral.
There are very few instances in which
the girl was the girl was about 1 head shorter than Subaru, which made her around 5 feet 3 inches tall. 5'3". How tall is a head? The clothes she wore, the clothes she wore used white as a base color, and there was nothing terribly ornate about them, but, on the other hand, the simplicity emphasized her presence. The one thing that stood out was the white cloak the girl was wearing. It was emblazoned with embroidery that depicted a bird of prey, adding to her impression of majesty. The girl had brown skin. Her stature was short. Wait, whoa. She had a cheerful face and oh my god, I'm misreading. Oh my god. Okay, wait, start over. The girl had brown skin. Her stature was short. She had a cheerful face and big round eyes with bright yellow irises, and her hair was tied in twin braids with the ends hanging from each side of her head. Her hair and body were adorned with ornaments made from tree fruits and animal bones. What he saw was a small girl with longish blonde hair dashing by. From her red eyes, you could sense a strong will, and her one canine tooth sticking out made her look like quite a prankster. She seemed more cheeky than anything else, but Subaru felt that if she smiled, she would look pretty cute. Amelia felt Liliana. There we go.
Which a character is sexualized through his writing. And to be more specific, his use of this is purely for story purposes, i.e., to represent Elsa's Black Widow assassin allure.
Wait, hold on. I see. I understand what's going on now, said the woman before taking a sip from her glass and licking off the milk left on her lips. The woman, who went by the name Elsa, gave off an air of eroticism in every move she made. Okay, wait. I don't know what he's trying to do right now, but the writing's been like the writing and the way that they adapt everything has been pretty fucking on point. But
while also making her all the more terrifying. Tappe even tells us himself that he has a hard time visualizing his characters, and is surprised of his first time watching them in drawing or animation. All of this to say, I wholeheartedly believe that Tappe Nagase has little to no malintent when creating his character. However, many people...
Okay, low-key, I do agree with that. A lot of people tend to, in the ReZeroverse, we already know that, we already know the title of Lollymancer, right? But low-key, look, if I'm gonna be super fucking dead-ass with you guys, even if Tappe has a lot of, significant lollies in the story, the way that they carry themselves, their designs, their significance to the story and plot, and the way that they are affected by not only the concurrent events in the story, but by the other characters presented in said arcs. Dude, you can take the fact that a lot of these characters are lollies away, and the story's still gonna hit really fucking hard. Like high key, the fact that a lot of the major, some major characters in ReZero are lollies doesn't do anything for or against the story as far as making it better or worse. Because we look at Byakuya, she's a lolly. She could literally be a normal size or normal. I mean, well, she's old, so if she looked her age, she'd be like a baba. But I don't think it would matter. It wouldn't really change much in regards to her, how she's received as a character outside of people who are super shallow and just judging off of the. Anyway. So we got her. Okay, so for my boys who know that means spoiler, for you guys who knows that means spoilers, Louis Arneb, she is also a lolly, but the way that she is utilized in in arc 7, dude, your name is Spica, you're speaking now, bro, I cried. That was crazy work. Okay. All right, so just so my boys know, remember, if I ever do this, that means I'm spoiling shit. If I do this, that means I'm done. Anyway, so yeah, and that's for anime only, mostly. So, man, whenever they utilize a lolly character, they don't even have to be a lolly. you can give them any type of build and they will perform and function damn near like the exact same, identical, and like I won't have any complaints. So as far as like top ace designs, I agree with Calco, like pretty sure that was his name. There's no ill intent behind Tape, but we're gonna continue.
Point out the problematic existences of certain characters' designs, specifically regarding that of Liliana and Capella. First,
Nah.
I'll start with Capella because it's much easier to explain in my.
Capella's fucking dude. She's the Sin Archbishop of Lust. Sure, she's like a lolly, or she looks like a lolly, but like, I'm not into lollies, man. I know like there's a lot of people who are. As far as like how she appears, like in the novel, she kind of looks a little sexualized, but like I mean, there's. I'm not gonna quote this for facts, but like there's maybe at most 3 or 4 pictures of Capella in like the entirety of the fucking light novel. Like, bro, come on, relax.
Opinion. Tape's prose goes endlessly on how
He didn't understand what she was getting at. He didn't have the means to understand it to begin with. They might as well have been the words of an alien from outer space. It was because she loved them that she did everything she could think of to make them love her. To this monster, that was simply how love worked. The fucking bars, bro! He was speechless. Words refused to form. All his heart comprehended was that this was the worst thing possible. Her morals were seemingly non-existent, though a plain and simple ability, lust ability, her authority, allowed her to violate and trample upon anyone's system of values. It specialized in putting herself on display. Come on, bro. Come on. This shit's fucking peak.
she is the most grotesque, disgusting, horrid person ever. Not once in the novel are you meant to have a shred of any sort of appeal towards this character. Now let's
like they never explain any, or like they never describe any of like the female characters in a extremely erotic or overly erotic way to make it seem as though you need to be physically, sexually like attracted to them or anything. The majority of the characters who are actually quite stunning and like physically attractive, like going by like the versus standards, don't even get described too overbearingly like that in the novels. It's like, yeah, we can put 2 and 2 together, plus like the light novel has illustrations, so we get like a pick now and then, but come on, man.
Character's light novel design. I attest that she looks absolutely disgusting by the way that she looks, but certain details upset me. By the nature of being
I like how we gave her the fucking Subaru fit
to have this sort of attire. However, the light novel illustrator has a persistent and ever annoying problem with making characters needlessly dainty and giving them the worst baby.
2 well-built characters, skinny as hell. Reinhardt is 19, but looks 15 in this illustration. If I were to be unbiased... No, unbiasedly, Reinhardt looks like 17 to 21. Subaru looks 16 to 20 in that shot. Like, in these shots, because, like, look, obviously, like, I know how old they are, but, like, putting my biases aside, Reinhardt does not look like he's 15. That's, like, subjective. You can, like, have your own opinions about it, like, whatever. I'm not, like, you know, talking shit about, like, the, you know, the perception of, like, the guy. But, yeah, no, Reinhardt does not look 15. He does not look 15 in that specific image. In general, that's like a different, you know, topic. It's a different question. However, like from what I'm getting right now, like he does not look 15 in that specific promotional art. Here, I'm gonna like remove myself from like the image so you guys can get like a better picture. He does not look 15 in my opinion, and like I said, he looks between 17 to 21, and 17 at the youngest. Because like 16, he'd have to be the most fucking Chad 16-year-old. Meanwhile, Subaru, I can see him being between 16 and 20. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, did I fuck something up? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Okay, everything's good. Okay. All right, let's keep going.
Babyface imaginable. Although Tape is not perfect, I cannot fault him entirely for this. His rhetoric is clear, and is somewhat represented in the light novel character's design, but Otsuka's tendency to make the characters look like this makes it problematic. Moving on to a worse offender, Liliana. She's meant to be 22. Her small stature stands because of her backstory, but that does not excuse her baby face.
Now, let's be honest, ignoring like the baby face, there are quite a lot of people on this planet who are very short, myself included. And you know, like I look a lot younger than most people would generally I look a lot younger than I actually am. I'm actually 400 years old. I just look like I'm 13. No, but like I've seen people who are older than they appear. You talk to them, yo, sure, great mannerisms, all that shit. Aesthetically, they just look younger, but they're actually older. And we have like a couple of those. We actually have a couple of those in ReZero. I say like top of my head, Beatrice, Liliana, but other than that, let's see.
The novels, Tape's writing goes nowhere near sexualizing her, especially in the character's descriptions. She is noted as wearing the dress.
Yeah, revealing clothing isn't inherently sexual. I agree with that.
Especially when given the aforementioned issue of giving her a baby face. It's just wrong. Tape cannot be entirely absolved of blame because he clearly wanted her design to
Little
be
feet syndrome
and make stupid jokes about her looking like a child and how Kiritaka is a weirdo. But it's still.
I mean, Kiritaka could have his own fetishes and whatnot, but like, you know,
clothing is far from what even Tape is describing. These problems don't change my love for this series. As you can see, I've made several other videos about it. But it just hurts to see something so
I like that, like little
progressive in the pounds of gender roles
icon
and identity to be held back by something so.
That's a beautiful shot. Oh my god, like the oranges with like the purples and the light.
As a writer, and the series as a whole. ReZero's heart-touching messages are so beautiful, and no one should allow something so unimportant to ruin that. It is far less of a problem in comparison to other anime, but since it sticks out like a sore thumb in comparison to the rest of ReZero, I have to point it out.
See, like, even okay, so I can understand where bro's coming from, like with his personal opinions about like the art style stuff, but even then, I don't even think that he's really making a big deal out of anything. He's kind of just saying, hey, I just feel like this about certain design elements, but it's nothing that detracts from the overall show, series, like novel. I mean, like this video, like low key, is just kind of like, hey, I just want to nitpick about something. Not that he's trying to make it seem like it's bigger than it actually is, but I mean, I don't see a problem with anything that he said. He's just like, oh, okay, I just kind of feel a certain type of way about like certain artistic decisions and expressions, even though, you know, it's not like indicative of the character's like character. I'm just like, oh yeah, okay. Like I see, like it's crazy because I didn't know if this was like, I didn't know going into this video if he was going to have like a major complaint about ReZero or something that would be more on the nitpicky side, and he was just going to voice his concerns. Like this, it's like, yeah, man, you just have like a little like concern or issue about something, and he's not even making it seem like it's that big of a deal. That's why I'm just at this impasse where I'm not sure if he's actually trying to critique the series overall, where he's just like, oh, I just felt like this about this, and that was it. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, you still love it. Still good. I mean, yeah, the video. I just thought there was gonna be something like heavier to talk about, but like this, come on.
Although it does exist in ReZero, as I have not acknowledged before, sexual content is extremely limited when looking at it.
I mean to say fan servicey because obviously there's no actual content like that. Yeah, there's like it's one of the few anime that I can name off the top of my head that doesn't have any type of overt sexual explicit content or anything that could be like, oh look, they showed a little bit too much titty, or oh look at that, they did that. It's what? It's fucking zero, bro. Come on, man. There's not gonna be anything crazy in ReZero as far as sexual, like overly sexual content, or just content that may be seen as overly sexual.
Especially in the anime, where the only character we get real ass shots are Subaru, and the only character other than Elsa that is sexualized is Roswell.
Yeah, it's like they glaze the
Disagree with
dudes
anything
more
I
than like
said,
the
please
girls.
just be
Like, no,
nice
did
about
he?
it. I'm not here to be anyone's enemy. I'm aware that I could be wrong sometimes. I just want to go out and say that it is a genuinely amazing series that could be degraded meaninglessly and so in contrast to the story that Tappe is trying to tell.
Again, like, I mean, not gonna glaze, bro. A calco, but like I don't really have anything negative or productive to add. Sorry, like I don't have anything negative to say, and I don't have anything productive to add to his overall video because it was mostly just like a opinion video. And I mean, I sure I don't like fully agree, but I also just don't disagree. It's not like a subject that I care that much about. And as far as like the art style, like I don't think there's an art style problem. As far as just like getting like a video out there, like I do enjoy like how he structured the video. It's just outside of because I'm looking for critique, I'm looking for criticism of the series. I'm not really getting that. Not that I'm denouncing this video and saying that it doesn't count as a critique. It just doesn't really hit like that. I'm not getting those vibes. It's just like, yeah, you're voicing your opinion, but it's not like the end of the world for that topic. So we're gonna go to this one because like I haven't seen this one. Is ReZero Season 2 is garbage. This is 13 minutes and 34 seconds. ReZero is not a masterpiece. All right, let's go. Video contains a random guy trashing your favorite anime or manga series, so if you're one of those sensitive fanboys that gets butthurt over the slightest criticism, then I advise you to go find you something that's a little bit more tolerable. Alright, this is Triggered Senpai. There we go. Alright, let's see.
ReZero is easily one of the worst anime that I've ever seen in my life, and that
Bro, that was I know it's for the rage bait. I know it's for the rage bait. It's so fucking hilarious. Like starting off so strong, like, yeah, this is the worst anime I've ever seen in my life. But I'm making a second video about it and I've watched 2 seasons of it. Nah, that's fucking hilarious, bro.
is not an exaggeration. It's a series that gives most people the perception that it's deep and interesting because the main character suffers a lot by using his dying and resurrecting powers to save people. And while that premise does sound good on paper, it doesn't really translate well when watching the actual series. The story is basically about a broke-ass loser getting magically teleported to another world and spending most of his time there trying to save waifus instead of trying to find his way home. And I know you're probably
this story's about me, but I didn't get transported anywhere. I'm just a broke ass motherfucker. Just trying to make videos on fucking YouTube to like find better like fucking communities to talk shit in. That's it. Nah, but like, I mean, so far he's not cooking. He's not cooking. He's burning the food. No, sorry, he's like grabbing all the wrong ingredients like just to burn the food. But here we go.
To yourself, well, he probably has a good reason not to go back home. Maybe he has a bad relationship with his parents or something. No. It's nothing like that at all. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. The main character's parents love and support him a lot, to the point where this motherfucker dropped out of school and his parents were perfectly fine with it. They didn't scold him or anything.
They were not perfectly fine with it. I'm not gonna go into detail because like this is definitely like worth me making a completely separate video about. But I do want to say that part of Subaru's struggle that we do not get to fully understand and see for what it is until season 2 is that he does struggle with his inferiority complex to his father. He has a lot of issues with how, in spite of his parents loving him and being so devoted to him and wanting to make him better and want him to do better, they are not able to help him in the same way that the characters in ReZero, or specifically from Lagunica, the Kingdom of Lagunica, are able to help forcibly get that change from him. So it's not that his parents like love him and they you know, they're not trying, or they think that they can't do it. It's like, it's just a matter of the things that Subaru has to deal with cannot be solved by his parents. Without going too deep into it, I mean, like, it's like, it'd be the equivalent of if you struggled with, let's say I struggled with going like living my life, and I'm always getting burned. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, I always feel this intense heat that is burning me from the inside out, outside in. And I think that the only way to solve that problem is by going to the source of the heat. No. That's not how you're gonna solve your problems. Like, that's not how everybody goes about dealing with their issues. Sometimes you need to go to like the cold, like the most cool side of the bed to understand that you've been on the other side and you've been overheating this whole time. There are situations where maybe you know that you're getting too like hot, too heated, but there's nothing to cool you down, so you don't know like, hey, how to do. Like, this is a whole conversation, but for Subaru, he didn't realize that he had these support systems there, and he wanted an excuse for them to get rid of him, to like stop with the support, because he felt so bad about himself. He was so deep into it. But again, not gonna yap too much. Let's keep going.
No, they kept on loving and supporting his broke ass. So the main character doesn't even have a good reason to stay in the fantasy world other than for his own selfish reasons. He never once thinks to himself, I wonder if mom and dad are doing all right. I know they're probably worried sick right now where I might be at. No, he doesn't ever think that. All he thinks about,
I'm not gonna lie, I can kind of see where he's coming from, but at the same time, if I spawned in this fucking bitch and I like went through the same shit that Subaru's went through, if I've died like by like season 2, if I've died like fucking like 8 or 9 times, like like 10, no fucking, if I've died over 10 times to like fucking bullshit, and I'm just like, I'm dying and resetting, I'm not going to be thinking about my fucking parents. I'm going to be thinking about, first of all, how the fuck do I stop dying? First of all, and how do I get out of this situation? So I get where he's coming from, but come on, realistically, you're dealing like, if the culture shock of being isekai'd somewhere where it's like a fantasy world, bro, the first thing you're thinking about is not going to be your fucking parents, unless like that is the only thing that you like cared about in your past. Come on, bro. That's cap.
is this Amelia bitch? Like, no bullshit, bruh. He's dead ass obsessed with this girl to the point where he's willing to say fuck his parents and
that's some good art though.
The way home.
Whoever made that like art piece, fucks with that.
Killing me over and over. By the way, this Amelia girl doesn't even see the main character as a love interest. She sees him more as a companion than a love.
Not gonna deep dive into this, but there's a very specific reason as to why Amelia doesn't, understand how typical interactions go with other people. She's never really gotten to have that, luxury of understanding how like social cues, how like the structure of society works without being hated on as a, you know, like the equivalent of like the N word with the hard R, and you're the only black person in the verse, you know, like it's kind of, or the equivalent of that. Yeah, I can understand how she wouldn't look at Subaru as a love interest, because she doesn't even know how to value herself as a person, considering that no one else values her as a person unless they're like Puck or, you know, other. Well, I digress, but it's like, you know, you watch season 1, you watch season 2. This is the minimum of what you should know. But again, I'm gonna keep going. Like I'm not trying to like spare feelings or anything. I'm just like speaking very frankly. It's just like you watch the show, you understand what's happening. There's a reason why she doesn't look at him as a love interest in season 1 or season 2, because she's a whole ass character with her whole ass backstory. But I digress.
Lover. Her definition of love and the main character's definition of love are two completely different things. And this is how fucking desperate.
You can take your time and slowly, steadily fall in love with me. I do my best so I can walk by your side, and so you'll fall head over heels for me. That's a beautiful shot. Let's talk about that. That's a beautiful ass fucking shot. That is pretty. I need to change that to my fucking wallpaper. That's beautiful. Holy shit. Damn. Damn.
The main character is. He told this Amelia chick that he's going to be there with her until she falls in love with him back. Yes, my nigga. He pulled.
Wait. Until you feel love for me, I'll wait. I'll be waiting for you. Is this fucking Rent a Girlfriend? What the fuck? Is this Rent a fucking Girlfriend? What is this shit? This looks like some Rent a Girlfriend shit. Hold on. You know, I'm not gonna look it up. I don't care. I don't know what this is. This looks like the exact type of shit that I would hate to fucking read.
The Kazuya from Rent a Girlfriend, and the fact
that's what that shit was, bro. You really about to put some fucking Rent a Girlfriend shit in a fucking ReZero video? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I have strong feelings about Rent a Girlfriend. They're not positive. They're not positive.
fact that I even mentioned that shitty ass manga in the same breath as ReZero should tell you how fucking garbage this series is. The main character, Subaru Natsuki, is hands down without a doubt one of the worst fucking characters in fiction history. Yes, bitch, that includes DW from Arthur, Bella Swan from Twilight, Candace from Phineas and Ferb. Subaru is equally, if not worse than those characters I just named. And what really fucks with me with this whole Subaru loving Amelia shit is that this fucking lame doesn't even have a good reason for why he loves her. He named the most basic reasons for why he loved Amelia, talking about her hair and how nice she is.
So initially I wasn't gonna like make a comment, or I wasn't gonna talk about how the previous statements are blasphemous in the house of the Holy ReZero Trinity, you know. But I will comment on this because the other things felt more like opinionated. Like what did he say?
My nigga just named, and what Subaru from Arthur,
him feeling as though Subaru's like a bad main character.
Bella Swan fiction history. Natsuki is hands down without a doubt one of the worst fucking characters in fiction history. Yes, bitch, that includes DW from Arthur, Bella Swan.
You're not giving any constructive reasoning as to why anyone should believe what you're saying. Like, you're not trying to support your claims. You're literally saying like, hey, this dude is a simp, he's fucking a bad character, blah blah blah, yaza yaza ya, and there is no support to that. You're just like, hey, this dude's trash, he's a simp. You're not explaining why. You're not like going into detail as to why you feel this way. You're saying like, hey, I don't like this character, he's a simp, oh, he's a bad character. You're not explaining, or sorry, you're not justifying why you feel this way. I could say I don't like fruit because a lot of fruits are sweet. And that could be the same as saying like, I just hate sweet things. But that's false, because I do enjoy things that have, sweet flavors to it, right? But me saying like I hate fruit because fruit is sweet, you say like, oh, I hate Subaru because he's a simp, or oh, I hate him because he doesn't like think before he makes decisions. It's like, well, I can hate a steak one day because it wasn't cooked the way that I wanted it to be cooked, but it doesn't mean that I should just hate steak in general. And maybe I'm not, giving a good explanation as to why I didn't like the way that the steak was cooked. Let's say that in that particular argument, I didn't like the way that steak was cooked, and someone cooked me that steak medium rare, right? A lot of people who enjoy steaks may say that they like medium rare steaks. Just because I don't like a medium rare steak, and that could be the consensus of everybody else, or it could be the opposite, doesn't mean that a medium rare steak is bad. It just means I don't like a medium rare steak. However, with this guy, he's like, hey, this meat doesn't have any flavor, even though it has, someone can argue, some of the best seasoning, right? So as far as the flavor, it's like, to like 1 out of like 10 people, this specific steak may not be flavored to their liking. However, it doesn't mean that because it's not flavored to their liking that it wouldn't appeal to those 9 other people. In the same way that it could still have the right flavoring, the right seasoning for that one guy who normally wouldn't like the conventional flavor or the conventional seasoning. It could be cooked a way where he doesn't like it. Even though it has parts that, taste good, it's like the texture now. It's like something else that's making him not like it. That's where I feel like this dude's coming from. No hate to him. Like, hey, if you don't like it, you don't have to fucking like it. I feel like he's rage baiting. But again, I personally don't care, because like I just like to talk about ReZero. I need more examples, more reasons to bring this shit up more. So again, I'll yap about it like another time. If you guys want to see me like talk more shit, like express my opinions, feelings about ReZero objectively, the objective truths, let me know in the comments. Anyway, there you go.
From Twilight, Candace from Phineas and Ferb, Subaru is equally, if not worse than those characters I just named. And what really fucks with me with this whole Subaru loving Amelia shit,
I believe in you
this
because I
fucking
love
lame doesn't
you.
even have a good reason for why
I don't
he
love
loves
you
her.
because
He
I
named the
believe in
most
you.
Basic reasons for why
I
he
believe in
loves
you
Amelia,
because I love
talking
you.
about her hair and how nice
I love
she
that
is.
beautiful hair. I love that beautiful silver hair of yours, which was one of the things that she presumably hated the most about herself. And I respect the way that you do your best to help others. That's something we've seen from the first fucking episode. These are not shallow things, Your long, slender arms and legs, your pale skin. Sure, that could be just based on his personal, attraction for her. But in this little section of shit that he put up on the screen, first thing is, I love that beautiful silver hair of yours. That is one of the biggest indicators of why most people would actually hate Amelia. What's first? It's the silver-haired, purple-eyed half-elf. Elf. Silver hair, half-elf. Silver hair, half-elf. That's why most people hate her. When he first met her, he was like, yo, you have beautiful hair. Or like, not like exactly, but he's like, yo, you're a silver haired half elf. Oh, elves are generally beautiful, right? Like, you're so pretty. Anyway.
Nigga, you didn't name anything that another person wouldn't be able to name if they were to talk to Amelia for 10 minutes. Like, let's be honest, he only likes Amelia because she looks like one of...
He does have like a taste, but there's nothing wrong with that. If you only like talk to, like, let's say like big booty black girls, because like that's your preference, right? Are you wrong for having a preference? It's not to say like if someone who didn't come along that someone enticed you and like you just, you know, you're like, okay, normally I don't go for this, but like I'll try it. Like dude, come on, Rem is quite literally the opposite of like all of this. Like she has blue hairs, not white. Like she has like short hair. Damn near everybody except this chick right here has long hair, and you know he has like a thing for kind of like the maid aesthetic. You know, the little like fluffy like dress style thing. You know, kind of like Konosuba shit. But yo, Super still fell for Rem. Come on, bro.
Of his anime figures in his sexless man cave. And I'm not into shipping wars and shit, but the motherfucker who he really should have fell in love with was Rem, even though she killed him twice. But if he was still going to entertain the chick, which he did, then he should have got with her. That bitch is ride or die as fuck. Not only that, but she had actual legit reasons for loving Subaru. Compare her confession to Subaru's confession and you.
So I think that it's so crazy that he's willing to acknowledge how good of a confession Rem made and still not acknowledge the level of writing that went into every other character, including Amelia, especially in season 2. Okay, look. I know he's probably and likely rage baiting, but whatever. It's like, come on, man. You're showing that you've paid enough attention to certain areas to understand like the emotional impact and the implications of a lot of major actions. Why like talk shit about everything else, you know, other than just like trying to rage bait?
You'll see just how fucking
you can like, yeah, sure, rage baiting may get like a lot of clicks, but when you genuinely love a series and can talk about a series in like a positive way while being able to constructively criticize that same series, that gets more of a consistent following. If you're just known for like the guy who just like trashes and bashes like random shows and series without like a good like premise or foundation, it's like, well, oh, I just want to see this dude talk shit and see how like mad people get in the comments. But like if you build up a genuine like community around being able to accurately, you know, deduce how series can explore certain topics and, you know, deep dive and dissect how well certain series can express certain like random shit. Sorry, I'm being a little too wordy. I'm like a little yappy right now, but I digress. Just lock in, man.
Hello Subaru looks. And another thing about Subaru, his progression as a character fucking sucks. The series likes to have different characters mention how Subaru has changed as a character, when in actuality, he's the same fucking character since episode 1. The dude's character progression goes in the same fucking loop. He starts off hella confident and ambitious, he gets his shit kicked in and dies, he comes back to life and cries like a bitch, saying he ain't shit and how he's a fucking loser, how he's been putting up a front the entire time, and then he goes back to being hella confident and ambitious again.
That's also something that I find super fucking crazy about Subaru. Like this is easily the most unrealistic thing I look at about Subaru. It is simply the simple fact that he has the strongest will I've ever seen in fiction. There is no one that I have ever conceived, and I know like there's like that one guy from it's like the same series that like that guy like Accelerators from his name starts with a T, Tombo something. I know like that guy died like a billion times or some shit. Like, oh, whoop-de fucking do, you know, cool. But what I'm trying to say about like Subaru is the reason that I put him as the greatest written, like the best main character in all of fiction. I don't care like what verse we're talking about, whether it could be comics, it can be like novels, light novels, web novels, fucking whatever, manhwa, bangwa, whatever the fuck you want to like. He's the best written main character in all of fiction, right? This motherfucker, it's not even that he's going through the worst things ever conceived in fiction, right? For me, and I like again, I'll deep dive into this in like another video because like this is truly something that I can't fully like. I can't cover like, even though I've been going for what, 45 minutes now, this is still something that I cannot easily explain in just a 45-minute video. This would go way beyond. But without over explaining even more, Subaru is a character that has not so obvious flaws in the beginning of the story, but as we progress with the story, we understand how these flaws become more apparent with each specified interaction that he has, and how over time he is able to overcome these things. And it's not just a physical hurdle. It's not just like, hey, I got to become physically stronger to circumvent this catastrophe or overcome this thing. He has to become stronger mentally. And that is something that damn near no other series breaks down and expresses or explores to this degree and at this level, in my factual opinion, because this shit's fucking peak fiction. This man Subaru, he goes through a lot of bullshit, and like, he may come off as a very unlikable character and person, and that's one of the best things about it. If you're able to write a character that can more or less be seen as someone who's not very likable in a lot of situations, but also show how this character can progress and learn from their mistakes and grow as a person while still not being completely over those weaknesses and flaws that they had, while still having lapses in judgment and character traits based on how they were before. That's how you write a good, not just a good character, but a phenomenally great character by any metric. But I digress. Let's keep going.
It's the same fucking shit over and over. Speaking of progressing, ReZero's plot progression is fucking terrible. I can't tell you how many times it felt like I was watching the same episode, bruh. And the worst part about it is that it'll be episodes where Subaru would make a lot of progress after dying about like 2 or 3 times, and because of a last minute inconvenience, Subaru dies and now you have to rewatch Subaru relive the same events. It's stupid and frustrating as fuck. It makes for a mind-numbing repetitive story, a story that has no problem wasting your fucking time. Same with Subaru's character progression, mind-numbing repetitive bullshit. And I know the ReZero tars are gonna say, but Subaru learns from his depths and make progress in the next life. Yes, true, but the amount of time you spend backtracking versus progressing the story is outrageous. ReZero is 90% backtracking and 10% progression, and if it's not that, 80-20. Point is, there is more backtracking than progression when it comes to ReZero's.
I strongly disagree. I'm not gonna like super yap about this because like it's just like a matter of perspective, right? Like, if he's only going through the series thinking that like, oh yeah, each episode is just like a constant like loop, nothing's happening, there's no progression, and not realizing that like bro is quite literally taking all of the information from the previous loop and applying it to the new loop, and different things are happening because of his change in knowledge, and you're seeing different sides and perspectives from each character because he's acting differently in each loop. Come on, bro. What?
Story, which makes it mind-numbingly repetitive. The next issue I want to talk about is the consequences. Where the hell are they? I can't take shit serious in ReZero because whenever a character dies or some crazy shit happens, Subaru just with his resurrection powers. Like, his powers were interesting at first because it added this mystery element to the series, but after 5 resurrections, my nigga, that shit gets old and repetitive quick.
What did you say? Bro, what? People genuinely, like no, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. People dead ass will say there are no consequences. Have you seen this motherfucker's mental state, bro? For very specific reasons, I can't say anything more and about like certain shit, but like we know that there are consequences to these actions. It may seem as though he's able to go back and fix everything, Oh my fucking god, dude. Holy shit. We like, okay, if you guys, you guys who are watching me, you probably watched it. Like, if not, we know there are multiple cases where dying did not fix everything. And that shit is quite literally what helps propel part of the series forward, bro. Fucking arc 4, bro. Like, dude, like arc 4? Dude. Bro, oh my god. Okay, like without like over explaining too much, cuz like I got to be like a little secretive, but like, dude, arc 2, or sorry, our arc 4 would be completely different if somebody wasn't like out of the fucking story. And even though they were out of the story, they still made an impact. Like, okay, all right, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
It's like a magician trying to impress some kids with the same magic trick. It's cool and interesting at first, but after the third time, it's like, alright nigga, come on now, don't you have any other tricks? Like, Subaru's resurrection powers are so bad for the series that it starts to make the story extremely predictable. Like, everything
Bro, he's just rage baiting.
Subaru and Amelia's dead.
I'm not even mad, I'm just like,
oh shit,
I just like need more fuel, more ammunition.
Real consequences, so he finna have Subaru restart again. Ah, damn it, Rom died. Wait, what the fuck does Rom even add to the story? Is she even that important for Subaru to resurrect? Yeah, we should be good. The Arthur's gonna kill her off. Ah, what the fuck, Nagasaki? Why did you restart the plot because of a fucking nobody? Like, the only consequences in ReZero is Rem being unconscious and losing her memories. But I can't even take that shit serious because,
okay, for all my boys who are like, who love Rom, I'm not just gonna let that go with like no, like, Rom support. Like, of course she's we all know how important of a character she is. Like, without her, man, a lot of shit changes. Like, dude, she like bro, like Rom is a crucial part of every single arc up okay, I'm not gonna say what arcs and when that potentially stops, if it stops, for people who are not caught up, because like I know like people who are anime onlys will be watching this, and I know that there are people who are not anime onlys who like know, but like if you know, like I don't want to give too much. I'm only going to speak in perspective of if we're going off of just the anime, right?
because A, she's going to wake up, and B, she's going to get her memories back, and even if she don't, she can forget about her horrible past and just relive a better life with Subaru, Amelia, and Rom, and it'll arguably be better than her previous life. She will have the necessary tools to recreate great memories. I mean, shit, the Arthur confirmed.
The year 2012, on 20th of April, the novel series ReZero dropped out. Oh yeah, okay, that's yeah. The novel is still ongoing, and it took us into 7 arcs and 2 side stories this year. 20th of April 2022, this novel series marked its 10th anniversary. In order to celebrate it, the author of the series, Tape Nagatsuki. Wait, what the fuck is that? Yeah, I know like the translation is kind of off. It's like Tape Nagatsuki held a broadcast on the platform Twitter Spaces. There's actively interacted with the fans and gave answers to most of their questions. The author clearly said how there are many new things that might come to fans, along with some additional information. However, the thing that caught the maximum attention is the question whether ReZero will have a happy ending or not. Where is he going with this?
The series was going to have a happy ending. So with that info, do you really think something bad is really going to happen to Rem? No. The only 2 things I'll give ReZero praise for is having Roswell force Subaru into making tough decisions by doing fucked up shit behind the scenes, and the Witch of Greed bringing.
Bro, like, okay, I am not convinced that this dude genuinely does not like ReZero, because some of the most insane twist and plot points of season 1 to season 2 he's actively saying that he likes, but yet everything else he doesn't. I feel like that's cap. I like it's cap, bro. You can't be talking about the things you're talking about, like specifically Roz and Echidna, and like, because I know you're glazing. You're just like, oh yeah, the best parts is Roz, Echidna. Like, come on, dude. Just admit that you fucking like the show. Just join the squad. That's it.
It up to Subaru how him dying hurts the people he built bonds with in his previous life, because it does get to a point in the story where Subaru abuses his power and carelessly kills himself, which goes back to me saying the series has no consequences, because even the main character knows there's no serious consequences as long as he has his powers. Yeah, he'll go through some pain, but to Subaru, he acknowledges that it's worth the sacrifice. He's pretty much numb to it at this point in the story.
He is not.
Now,
he is definitely not.
Over to the characters and the
I
plot,
digress,
because those are easily the worst aspects of this show. The characters are bland and uninteresting, just like the plot and the world building. The villains are fucking terrible, and the only one that is somewhat decent is Roswell, and that's because he's been built up since we first saw him. The rest of the other villains literally come out of buttfuck nowhere with little to no build up and just cause havoc in the story. They're overall shallow characters with basic ass designs. I might as well call them throwaway characters because that's exactly what they are. Even the villains we're supposed to be afraid of, one is a complete narcissist.
ReZero easily has some of, if not like the greatest villains in fiction. Not just like power scaling, not strictly just like their designs, but like their fucking motivations, the way that they became the fuck, bro. No one in this fucking verse, like, no, dude, you could not have shown me season 1 and told me I would have felt bad about Juice if I watched season 2. You would not have been able to convince me otherwise that I would have felt that Juice was like one of like the most terrible pieces of shit as a villain, and how he would be somewhat, actually not somewhat, but just, I don't even want to say redeemed, but just, it's kind of like, okay, I'm not going to get too deep in there. It's like, you're not going to tell me that you watch season 1 and season 2 of ReZero and you don't like Juice as a character. No fucking shot. No fucking shot. And how going back from seeing him in season 2 and what he did in season 2 and seeing season 1 and how he was in season, no fucking shot. I don't know what this dude's talking about, bro. Like,
where it's hilariously crazy.
He's just yapping.
The other one, the Witch of Envy, she's a fucking simp for Subaru because of course she is. It's a fucking isekai about a broke ass loser saving waifus. What the fuck did you expect? All the other characters that aren't Wilhelm, Echidna, Roswell, Reinhardt, Puck,
and real quick, I'm just gonna say, like, I think that the narrative and the way that it involves its characters is too complex for it to have this many characters and there not be substance. You can't have this many unique individuals. Like, okay, every single character in this series warrants at least a paragraph for a explanation of like who they are and what they do. Even if I were to just lightly glaze over or gloss over everyone deserves at least more than a few sentences. Otherwise, you do not understand them as a character. You don't get the context. We can go circles about Felix and his dedication to Krush and how much Krush means to him and how much Krush means to him and how much like he means to Krush. Especially in season 3. Come on, dude. Like, and this is just Felix Argyle. Come on, bro.
In that bitch, because at least he's an honest person that calls Subaru out on his bullshit.
Which a lot of people do call Subaru out on his bullshit. But I digress.
The rest of the other characters are soulless bots, and the shitty dialogue they have with each other throughout the show makes the episodes hard to get through. Like, I'm not lying when I say these characters in the show feel like NPC characters from a dating sim game. Most of them don't do shit but suck off Subaru and say how great of a person he is, even though they don't know that he had to die and come back to life multiple times just to get their respect, which is kind of bullshit because Subaru isn't organically building these relationships. He takes what he knows from the previous life and uses it to get their respect, which is artificial. So when ReZero has...
I strongly disagree. I strongly disagree with that. Holy shit. Artificial spawn camping? Nah. Bro, and how are you gonna put these rage baiting? It's so fucking funny, bro, because like I know he's rage baiting. It's just so fucking funny to see. Like, okay, because like there's so many moments that I love to like go into fuller detail about, but bro, are you really gonna put up the "you really are my friend" auto like right here after saying, "Oh, come on, come on"? Look, chat. If you guys want me to do a deep dive as to why I think that season 1, season 2, season 3 are peak fiction, like I will do that shit. I will start an individual series as to why I think that season 1 is amazing, why I think season 2 is amazing, why I think season 3 is amazing for where we are so far. There's too much. Come on, man.
Have these episodes where Otto and Subaru
just let me know in the comments what type of like ReZero content would you guys like me to see.
I can't help but cringe because at one point these characters either tried to kill or abandon Subaru. Shit, Rem killed them twice. So how do you think I felt when Subaru was talking about saving her because she gave him butler orientation? Bottom line, the character sucked caterpillar ass cheeks.
See, and if you're paying attention, you know that she only actually killed him once. But you know. Hey, I'm a ReZero tard. I'm a ReZero tard. I don't know what other people who don't like ReZero are talking about because I only know what ReZero means.
And I don't care if the author made the characters' relationships awkward on purpose. It was still ass. I don't give two fucks about Subaru reconciling with his parents and his personal feelings. His parents weren't even real. They were just a dream. If Subaru was really serious about being a better person, then he would have started thinking about how to get back home to his parents so he can talk to them and go back to school. But he didn't do that now, didn't he? He didn't mention school, his parents, his home. He didn't mention none of that shit after saving everyone in season 2. He went right back to kissing Amelia's ass. Speaking of Amelia...
Granted, alright, that's toxic! That's toxic. That's fucking toxic. So, what I will say is, given the context, of course he did not know who Ekidona was, but he never really had the opportunity to ask her everything, given the shit that he was currently dealing with. So I'll give him that benefit of the doubt. With like, hey, he could have gotten more information from her, but everyone says this, and it's like, yeah, the perfect hindsight, because we know who she is in hindsight after getting all of this knowledge and all this information. We know who she is and what she is, but in that moment, Subaru didn't know shit about this fucking world. He didn't know who Ekidona was. He doesn't know that he can abuse that much fucking knowledge. No fucking shit. So then when he doesn't have access, when he loses that stuff, yeah, of course, he's not going to be able to ask her everything. Otherwise, it would make everything too simple. Getting all the answers, like frame 1. Oh, hey, how did I come here? How do I leave? Yeah, do we want that shit to be over that fast? Like, is it going to be like that easy to solve? Just go watch some other basic bullshit fucking anime. Then, like, if you want to get all your answers in the first 2 seasons, sure. That's why a lot of these anime, like, they don't fucking last. Like, dude, I'm gonna, like, upset a lot of people. Like, dude, JJK, other than the animation, that shit's fucking ass. The story's fucking trash, dude. Like, the writing is fucking cooked. Like, dude, I finished reading the manga. A lot of people finished reading the manga at this point. Like, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Like, bro, come on. You can love JJK. I like JJK. I've done JJK cosplay. It's, you know, like, the fight scenes are cool. Like, the start of season 1 is cool. Season 2 has some cool shit. But, like, dude, after that, it's just fucking ass. But this is a show that people will fucking glaze to the end of the fucking day. And that's fine. If you love JJK, you can love it for whatever reasons you love it for. But, like the fact that it gets so much attention just because it has cool fights. But then when people try and like dissect the characters and like what it means to be like the strongest, bro, come on. Little shit, like, come on, bro. It's not the same. We are not watching the same
my
anime.
Ass with that over dramatic ass backstory, talking about some, oh, I turned my whole village into ice because my mother figure and her boo thing got killed. Like, that sounds like some One Piece shit. Like, don't get me wrong, she did develop as a character, unlike Subaru. I just think she's still very.
And you're acknowledging that she still would develop as a character, still talking all this shit.
Plot. ReZero's story is fucking trash. The entire story is pretty much Subaru and Roswaal trying to find ways to get Emilia to be a ruler of a kingdom. Subaru wants to help because he's a broke ass simp, and Roswaal wants to help because he's a simp for the Witch of Greed, and he wants to bring her back by killing the divine dragon. The entire story is about niggas being
yo, he's no. After that, no, he's baiting. He's baiting so fucking hard. He like, oh, I know you like ReZero. Just admit that you like it. Just admit that you fucking like it. You don't gotta sit here and fucking try and rage bait. Just admit you fucking like it, bro. For every like 3 or 4 minutes of you talking shit, you say some shit that shows that you actually locked into the story, into the plot for like at least like 5 seconds, and be like, okay, all right, they cooked, but no, but I don't like how fucking fluffy Puck's fur is. Yeah, nah, that shit's trash. Who the fuck's want to pet a cat? Like, you know, come on, bro.
Oswald got kissed one time by Echidna, and now he wants to kill and torture everybody just to bring her back. And she only kissed him to cure him so he wouldn't suffer anymore from mana buildup. Like, this motherfucker doing all this crazy shit in the story just to get no pussy in the end. But it's like I said.
No, he's baiting. He's baiting so. No, he's baiting. He's baiting so hard, bro. He's baiting so hard, bro.
The same story moments over and over because the author want all the characters to live in the end. Season 2 tried to mix things up a bit, but it ended up being horrible because the author introduced too many storylines, which made it hard to understand what was going on. And let me say this again for the ReZero tars out there, because apparently if you don't know what's going on in their favorite story, they automatically assume that their favorite story is too deep to understand, and that their favorite story requires some type of intellect to understand. Due to the author introducing too many storylines in one season.
No, he did not introduce too many storylines in season 2, but let's keep going. We're almost done.
Understand what is going on in the story, and it makes it easier to forget about the other storylines that the author introduced earlier in that season. It has nothing to do with the story being deep. There is nothing deep about ReZero. The story is basically about a broke ass simp saving his waifus and refusing to go home because he wants to stalk a girl. The main villain of the
he's trying really hard,
and the behind the scenes villain is
he's trying really hard to make like these like fake arguments, because like I know he's trolling. I know he's trolling at this point. I know he's trolling. Like, there's no way he put this much effort into this video focused on very, very notable key points, and he still hates. Nah, bro. I know you're trolling. It's okay. We figured it. We figured you out. I figured you out. Keep going.
Simp for a girl that kissed him one time. This whole series is a repetitive, cringy, fetish bait mess full of fake tension and consequences. Even the world building is not all that good, and that's where isekais are supposed to be at their best. ReZero does a shit.
How are you gonna say that? This show the fucking world map
has to do with Subaru spending 100% of the series simping for Emilia. The author would rather make a repetitive story than make a repetitive story with good world building. Like, if the story is going to be repetitive, then at least make the main character and the world building interesting. And no, the main character dying and coming back to life does not count as them being interesting. It makes the concept interesting, but not the main character. Plus, if anyone had the power to die and come back to life, I'm pretty sure that would fuck them up and make them reflect on their life. So that's not even a unique thing to praise a person.
That's literally what he does.
I have a hard time finding a person that could tell me something genuinely interesting about Subaru's character. They'll probably fuck around and say some shit like, oh, he really cares for his friends a lot, and he's a very confident and determined person.
Sorry.
Like any other bland ass main character on some stereotypical isekai MC shit. But nonetheless, that's all I have to say about Shit Zero. If I had to give it a grade, I'll give it an F, a 0 out of 10. My opinion has not changed of the series since season 1, and me watching all of season 1 and season 2 did not change my opinion at all. This shit is still garbage.
Nah, I gotta give him a like, bro. I'm sorry, I gotta give him a fucking like, because like I know he's trolling. I know he's fucking trolling. No, I'm gonna go back to his first video. I'm gonna give his first video like, I know he's trolling. I know he's fucking trolling. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way, bro. Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious, bro. That's actually, dude.
Sucks. All this shit is just fucking cringe, bro. It's just a cringy ass show with cringy ass
That's
dialogue,
actually
cringy ass
fucking
characters.
hilarious.
It's just an entire fucking cringe fest. But nonetheless, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.
Bro, that's actually fucking hilarious, dude. All right. I'm gonna read the first like 3 comments. Let's see. Subaru's Caillou 12 years later. Top tier Peppa Pig gameplay in the back. No, yeah, that shit was pretty peak. I think he don't like. Wait, no. I gotta see. Hold on, what do you say? What do you say? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, I thought I clicked on like one with. Oh, he liked it. Ah, okay. Wait, what? Oh, wait, he does have a reply in here. Wait, what does he say? I'm just curious. I just want to see what he said. Damn, like you said, like, dude, the discussion. See, I think I need to start rage baiting. Like, no, I can't rage bait for ReZero. It's too late for me because like people already know I love it too much. like y'all already fucking know that I love this shit. So it's like I can't rage bait anybody. Everyone's gonna fucking know that I'm a fucking fraud. Everyone's gonna go to my fucking channel. They're gonna look at my content and be like, oh, you hate ReZero, huh? You really hate ReZero. And look, I've watched like some of this guy's content, the light novel historian guy. I know he likes to glaze Lord of the Mysteries. I'm 400 chapters into Lord of the Mysteries. I think it's just like a taste thing. I think it's just like a personal taste thing. I don't think Lord of the Mysteries is bad because like I do want to like make content on that once the anime starts because I do enjoy Lord of the Mysteries. I think it's just like a personal preference thing. I don't think that the writing for it is bad by any means. The world building is pretty cool. Like it's a lot of really fun stuff to Lord of the Mysteries. It just doesn't hit like ReZero though. It doesn't hit like ReZero. It's just it's different. It's different. It's both like kind of thriller mystery, but it's just different. Lord of the Mysteries is good though. It's good. It's good. I like Klein. You know, Klein Moriarty, Klein Marty. You know, fucking Sherlock Moriarty. You know, whatever. But I digress. Anyway, if you guys want to see some more ReZero content, like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to do. Also, I don't know exactly how soon this video is going to go up after the previous one, but if you guys have not voted for the poll on which if story you guys want me to read, do that shit now. And right now, I'm pretty sure it was Gluttony that was winning. If Gluttony is like in the top, then that's going to be the one that I read next. But I am going to make a sub or like another poll with everything but, you know, the winner of the last one. We're gonna just keep we're gonna keep going until we read all the stories. So you guys stay tuned and make sure you support the boy. Let me know what y'all want to see as far as content, because like I can make hella ReZero content. Give me some suggestions in the comments below. Until then, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.